The
Hello, everybody. It's Joe, aka NerdFist. Oh my god. Today we're playing a little Alien Storm, and I thought I would play this. Oh, that weird eye down there. I've never noticed that. I think we're just do a. I think we're just going to do a regular game, but this game is kind of like Golden Axe, and in fact, I think it was made by the same people. We can choose from some different people. Got a Ripley dude, let's go with the robot. Ripley Gal, I should say. And like some Ghostbustery dude. Um, so yeah, we're a little Cylon dude. We're gonna fight some aliens. Uh, I wanted to play like an alien game for some weird reason. I think it was because I watched the that movie Arrival like the other day, and for some reason I really liked it. I don't, normally it, a lot of times, oh, I can't get that son of a bitch. we get, uh, there's like these little gremlin dudes and these little slug dudes, and but yeah, I watched the Arrival, and I was like, this put me in the mood for some kind of like alien, invasion type game. And I thought about maybe playing like XCOM or something like the old XCOM because I have a copy of it from like 1994 or something like that. So I was gonna see if I could get it to work, but I was like, no, that's too much trouble. So this is currently running on an emulator, but this was a game that I've really tried to find on Sega Genesis, and I can never find it. I think it's a pretty rare game, maybe. And it was also a game that I'd never played growing up. This was a game I got into later in life when I started collecting games. When I, really started, seriously got into retro uh, video game collecting. And this was never one of those games that I would pick up at like, the God, I got these little roly poly things coming at me. um, yeah, it was never a game that I would rent, like as a kid or anything like that. I can't even remember seeing it in a rental, a rental store. So I don't know. Even back then, I don't know how hard it was to come across this game. But I remember, Golden Axe was a game that I played, a lot as a kid. And I remember when a friend of mine has this game, and he popped it in, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is like Golden Axe with like sci-fi characters," and I'm pretty sure it was made by the same company. I don't know if it's actually a Sega, straight up Sega title, or what. I might have to do some research on this game. Maybe I should have done that before I started talking about it. But yeah, I really like this robot dude. He's who I always go with. I don't even think I've ever played with the other two characters. Of course, we got that Ripley lady in the yellow and that red Ghostbuster looking dude. But I normally always play with the Cylon guy because I like, he has like I mean, he basically is a Cylon. I was about to say he has like the little Knight Rider light in the front, but then again, that was, that light from Knight Rider was taken because I guess the creator of the show was the same guy that did Battlestar Galactica. But unlike look at these little, I love these little like gremlin dudes. They're so weird looking. Um, and I really like the art style of this game overall. It has this very weird kind of like, what's that artist's name? Geiger. Uh, is that his name? He did like the design for Alien and stuff like that. It really has almost kind of like a Geiger esque look to it, and it almost has this like this like witchy poo thing. It looks like a mix of like a trilobite and like the Wicked Witch of the North, or the what was she? The Wicked Witch of the no, Glinda was the North, right? Was it Glinda, the Good Witch of the North? I can't remember. I think she was the Wicked Witch of the West. I think that's what it was. But but yeah, this game has always been a game I've had a really hard time with. Because I normally just like to play, games straight up. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to explode myself. Um, I normally always like to play games on like normal because I think sometimes easy is just a little bit too easy. And this game has always been like really hard for me. I don't think I've ever beat it. I really don't think I've gotten much further past like level 5 or 6, something like that. I can't remember. But I thought I would give it another go because I haven't played it in years. So we're on mission 3, Alien's Nest. But what I really like about this game is it's it's variation. Like 1 minute it's this kind of side scroller, beat 'em up where you're fighting these. What are these dudes like? They're like dragonfly dudes. I don't know what you call them. Like little dragonfly guys. And then the next is like a first person, like rail shooter, and then you got these little kind of like shooter elements where you're running, you're jetting back and forth, shooting stuff. So it has like a good mix of gameplay, so it never really gets boring, even though it is like really hard, and it is kind of repetitious because it is kind of the same thing over and over. But then again, most games are kind of this time, and it sucks when you run out of energy because you can't. We died. Oh god. Okay. So that was our first. Was that our first life? Our first death. So that's all right. We're 3 levels in, I guess, and so we're gonna try to see how far we can get. And I'm not entirely sure, but I think when you see like a place where you can go in at like that help sign up there, I don't think you actually have to like fight all the people on the screen. I think you can just enter there and like skip having to kill a bunch of people. I'm trying not to get too badly hurt. Oh god, all these blue dudes. I guess we could blow up and maybe try to take some of them out, but I think we got them. Oh god. But I really like the look of the aliens. They kind of have this weird. They almost kind of look like claymation in a way. It almost looks like they took like models and just kind of animated these weird kind of digitized models, almost kind of like a what was that game, Clay Fighter or something like that. It almost kind of has that kind of look. Oh god, they're coming at me. Oop. But yeah, this is where it starts to get kind of difficult, and they start throwing a lot of enemies and stuff at you. But oh, get the little facey face guy jumping at me. But yeah, I saw Arrival and freaking loved it, and so it kind of got me in the mood for kind of like playing some alien games and stuff like that. And like I said, I hadn't played this one in a long time, so I figured it was time to dust it off. But yeah, this is one of those games I've been trying to find for a long time, and can't find it. And when it comes to buying games and stuff like that, I am not an eBay person. I don't like like buying a game from eBay and having it come to my house. I like to find it out at a thrift store or out at like a garage sale and stuff like that. And so a lot of times it's really hard to find certain titles or even certain systems. Like, because I have a Sega Master System, and I only have like maybe just a handful of games. I think maybe I have like 12 games or something for it. But that's just because I can never find anything. Like when I go out to thrift stores, or I know a lot of times they have them at like flea markets and stuff like that. But it tends to be mostly like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega, and or SEGA Genesis, and Nintendo 64. That tends to be. Well, you see a lot of PlayStation 1 stuff too, and now you're starting to see a lot of 360 and PS3 games. So if you're wanting to collect more for Xbox 360 and stuff, now's the time to get in on it. Also, like PlayStation 2 and original Xbox is pretty cheap now too, but I guess Super Nintendo and now Nintendo 64 game. I almost have a full Nintendo 64 collection. I'm still missing about. I think there's like 200 and something titles for Nintendo 64. I've got a little over half of them. So there's still a few that I'm missing, but a lot of them are the ones that are like really hard to find or sports games because I don't really like sports games, so I'm kind of saving those for like when I've gotten everything I want. And but even then I don't know if I'll ever buy them. Like there's only like one or two like sports games that I like. I like the wrestling games, especially for Nintendo 64. It's very nostalgic for me. But the other stuff I don't so much care for. There was what was that game? Was it NFL Blitz? I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I think it might be a black cartridge or something like that. I really like that game. Like I like that game. Oh crap. Okay, so we still got a life left. And I think we might have 2 lives because I think we got 1 life and then you got 0. So save the laboratory. Kind of looks more like a TV station. Oh, well, I take that back. There's lasers. We got these dudes. The little blobby guys, like that guy over there in the corner. He kind of reminds me of the creature from Terror Vision. If you've ever seen that movie, which a lot of people don't talk about Terror Vision that much anymore. It's a great. It's a horror movie, but it's kind of more of a comedy, I would guess. Oh god, I don't want to fight all these. Oh crap! Blow up, take these dudes out. I don't want to. I think if I had to try to fight all of them, I would, get hurt. But what sucks about this game is that there's no kind of like rhyme or reason for when you're actually hitting stuff. Like, cause sometimes you'll be like hitting stuff, and you're like, okay, I got this thing, and then it just starts, hitting you. You're like, well, how's it hitting me? I was hitting it first, and it does seem a little cheaty sometimes. But I've never played it on easy, so I don't know. Maybe we'll try to do another run through on easy. Yeah, my finger is starting to cramp a little bit from these parts because I'm having to just hit the button over and over and over and over. And I'm glad you can't kill these people back there because I would have killed that dude. Crap. Oh crap. God, they're coming at me now. Alright. Well, that's good. Can I kill this dude? Got him. But I think if our goal was to save the laboratory, or the laboratory, however you want to pronounce it, I think we've kind of failed because we've kind of shot up everything. It doesn't look like we saved much. Nightcrawler. But yeah, if you haven't seen Arrival, I highly recommend it. I really liked it. I know there seems to be a lot of people that don't like it. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I was telling him, what is this? I don't remember that dude. Little Billy. But I know a lot of people don't like it. And I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he was like, I just didn't understand it. I didn't get it. I was like, what didn't you get? And he was like, I didn't get the whole thing about the little girl, and like, why is that relevant to the story? And I was like, well, it's really not relevant to the alien story, but it's relevant to the the main character's story, and it puts into perspective the whole movie. He was like, I don't get it. But then again, this dude's like favorite movie, it's like the Fast and the Furious movies. Those are like his favorite movies, and while those are fun to watch, I'm not gonna buy them, or add them to my movie collection, or even really watch them more than once. I think, oh crap, we might die here soon. I think Fast 6 or something like that. Maybe it's the most recent one. I've seen it like 3 times, but only because like it comes on, or it came on like HBO a few times. I didn't have nothing else to do, so it was just kind of on in the background, kind of one of those background movies. Crap. I think we're gonna die. And this thing is like you have to stay away from these little shooty things. But then when it turns around, it takes up the whole screen, so you can't like kind of get away from it. And the characters are kind of oh crap. Okay, we have one life left. We might this might be the end here. I try to blow up as much as I can to take this health away. There he goes. It kind of looks like Freddy Krueger when he dies. Oh crap! What is this thing with the eyeballs and it's ugh. Yeah, that's straight up out of TerrorVision. If you haven't seen TerrorVision, you're missing out. Go check it out. I think it's even on like YouTube because I think that they didn't like re-up the copyright or something. So I think it's like you can find it on YouTube. Great little comedy horror movie from the 80s. Get some energy from these dudes. These fly heads. Ugh. Okay. I didn't know what that was for me. Alright, so I had to take out, I guess that's a UFO we're trying to take down. A spaceship of some kind. But yeah, I can't suggest The Arrival. Or Arrival. I think The Arrival was a movie with Charlie Sheen from the 90s. Which I remember liking too, but I haven't seen it probably since the 90s. Maybe I should go back and watch it if I can find it, somewhere. But sometimes finding those kind of more obscure movies from the 90s is like really hard. Like even some of the movies from the 80s are a lot easier to find. I guess because they have, like cult followings and stuff, but you don't really hear too many people talking about The Arrival with Charlie Sheen too much anymore. It came out like around that time of like Contact and I guess it was like a year or two after like Independence Day and stuff like that. Not a bad movie from what I remember, but yeah, it has Charlie Sheen in it. So, but back then, like Charlie Sheen was the shit. So, these little spore dudes. Oh crap! I have a feeling we're gonna die very, very soon. Probably we probably won't get much further than this. Okay. Because they start... Oh! Like... Yeah. Are these dead? Pa-pow. Pa-pow. They start sending like a whole lot of... Oh. Crap. Come on. Come on. I don't want to die. I want to get further. I want to destroy the... Oh, we're dead. So that's it, guys. That's... I think we'll end it here. What's our rank? Barbarian. I don't know if that's good or bad. But... I think that's where we're going to stop it for today. I think we'll come back to this. I think I'll play as the other characters. See what it's like. But this has been Alien Storm. I've been Joe, aka NerdFist. Remember to like and subscribe, and leave me some comments on what you might want to play next. And I'll see you on the next show. Bye, guys. Bye.